For a brief moment, imagine waking up one morning and realizing the world has quietly changed overnight. Not with explosions, not with sirens, not with panic in the streets, but with silence. Factories running without people, kitchens cleaning themselves, hospitals staffed by tireless assistants who never sleep, construction sites where machines build entire structures while humans watch from a distance. No announcement, no countdown, just a slow realization that the rules we lived by for decades no longer apply. That is the future Elon Musk believes Tesla Bot Gen 3 is opening the door to. And whether that thought excites you or unsettles you probably says a lot about how long you have been alive. For most of our lives, robots were promised but never delivered. They existed in movies, in magazines, and in bold predictions that always seemed to stay just over the horizon. Machines were supposed to free us from work, from exhaustion, from danger. Yet year after year, it was still human hands doing the heavy lifting. Until now. Because what Tesla has quietly been building is not a toy, not a gimmick, and not a publicity stunt. It is a machine designed from the ground up to replace physical human labor at a scale the world has never seen before. Tesla Bot, also known as Optimus, is no longer a concept. It is no longer a prototype meant only for demonstration. With Gen 3, Tesla is stepping into something far more serious. This is the moment Optimus stops being an experiment and starts becoming infrastructure. Elon Musk has made many bold claims over the years. Some sounded outrageous at the time. Reusable rockets, mass-market electric vehicles, cars that drive themselves. Yet one by one, ideas that once seemed impossible became ordinary. Now he is making a claim that dwarfs them all. He says Optimus could become the largest product ever created in human history. Not the most expensive, not the flashiest, the largest. Bigger than phones, bigger than cars, bigger than anything humanity has ever mass-produced. That statement alone should make you stop and think. Because products become large for one reason only. They solve a fundamental problem that everyone shares. Smartphones solved communication. Cars solved distance. Optimus aims to solve labor itself. For most people over 50, work has been the backbone of life. You worked to survive. You worked to raise families. You worked because stopping meant falling behind. The idea that work itself could become optional feels almost unnatural. And yet Elon Musk openly says that artificial intelligence and robots will replace all jobs, that working will become a choice, not a requirement, that people will work the way they garden today, because they enjoy it, not because they must. To younger audiences, that may sound exciting. To older generations, it raises deeper questions. If work disappears, what replaces purpose? What replaces structure? What replaces the meaning built through decades of effort? Optimus Gen 3 forces us to confront those questions sooner than expected. For years, humanoid robots from around the world have tried and failed to impress beyond short demos. They walked awkwardly. They drained batteries quickly. They looked impressive under perfect lighting and collapsed under real conditions. Many became internet jokes. Tesla took a different path. Instead of chasing viral moments, Tesla focused on boring fundamentals: energy efficiency, balance, manufacturing simplicity, software integration, real-world usefulness. That patience is now paying off. Optimus Gen 3 does not try to look like a human for emotional comfort. It does not exaggerate movements to impress crowds. It moves the way it needs to move: efficient, controlled, predictable. Because Tesla is not building a showpiece, it is building a worker. At the heart of Optimus is something Tesla understands better than almost anyone: energy. Humanoid robots fail because they consume too much power. Every joint, every actuator, every step draws energy. The heavier and more complex the robot, the faster it drains itself into uselessness. Tesla attacked that problem directly. Optimus Gen 3 uses one of Tesla's most advanced battery technologies. Not a symbolic upgrade, but a fundamental shift. A battery system capable of powering the robot for up to 14 hours of continuous operation. 14 hours of real work. That single achievement changes everything. It means Optimus can complete a full day of labor without stopping. It means it can work alongside humans without constant recharging breaks. It means it can be trusted in environments where interruptions are costly or dangerous. Factories, warehouses, hospitals, construction sites, homes. For the first time, a humanoid robot crosses the line from novelty to practicality. And Tesla did not stop there. Optimus Gen 3 can recharge itself. No reminders, no cables handed by humans, no downtime waiting for assistance. When power runs low, the robot navigates to its charger, aligns itself precisely, connects, replenishes, disconnects, and returns to work. That may sound like a small feature, but it is not. It represents autonomy. A machine that manages its own survival is no longer a tool. It becomes a system. Tesla understands systems. Every Tesla vehicle is already a robot. It sees the world. It makes decisions. It acts independently. It learns from millions of other vehicles. It improves continuously. Optimus is built on that same foundation. The same vision-based artificial intelligence. The same data pipelines. The same training infrastructure. The same philosophy of learning from the real world rather than scripted behavior. This is why Optimus improves so quickly. Recent demonstrations show the robot imitating human movements, manipulating objects, and adapting its actions in real time. These are not pre-programmed animations. They are learned behaviors. That distinction matters. Because a robot that learns does not stay static. It grows more capable with time. Every task performed makes the next one easier. This is also where the fear enters the conversation. Elon Musk has openly suggested that Optimus could eventually replicate itself, not biologically but industrially. A robot working in a factory that builds another robot, which then builds another and another. A self-expanding workforce. Once that loop becomes efficient, scale becomes almost infinite. This is why Musk believes Optimus could eliminate poverty. If labor becomes abundant and cheap, the cost of goods collapses. Food, housing, transportation, healthcare, all become easier to provide. That is the optimistic vision. But optimism does not erase disruption. Entire industries are built around human labor. Entire identities are built around work. Entire economies depend on employment. Optimus does not ask permission before changing that. Tesla plans to deploy Optimus inside its own factories first. This is a critical detail. Tesla will not sell the robot to the world before proving it internally. Thousands of robots performing real tasks in real environments, learning continuously, improving efficiency day by day. That internal deployment gives Tesla something no competitor has. A massive, high-value training ground where every improvement directly reduces costs. Once Optimus becomes reliable enough, expansion becomes inevitable. Warehouses, logistics centers, restaurants, hospitals, elder care facilities, and eventually homes. For viewers over 50, the home application may be the most meaningful. As we age, independence becomes precious, not because we fear help, but because we value dignity. The ability to live in our own homes on our own terms without becoming a burden. Optimus is designed to assist, not replace, to lift heavy objects, to clean, to cook, to perform repetitive tasks that strain aging bodies. Imagine coming home to a house that is already clean, meals prepared, laundry folded, yard maintained. not by a rushed service worker but by a tireless assistant that works at your pace. That future is no longer abstract. Optimus Gen 3 is also being considered for healthcare environments, assisting nurses, transporting supplies, supporting elderly patients, acting as a steady, precise helper in environments where mistakes cost lives. Elon Musk has even suggested that Optimus could one day assist in surgery, a machine with perfect steadiness, limitless endurance, and continuous learning. That idea alone challenges decades of assumptions about skill, training, and expertise. Beyond Earth, Musk's ambitions grow even larger. Optimus is not constrained by oxygen. It does not fear radiation the way humans do. It can operate in extreme environments for long periods. Mining asteroids, building infrastructure in orbit, preparing Mars for human arrival. Tasks too dangerous, expensive, or slow for people. For Musk, Optimus is not just a robot. It is a bridge between humanity and the next phase of civilization. And yet, with all this promise, unease remains. If machines do everything better, faster, and cheaper, what happens to us? The answer may not be immediate. The transition will be gradual, mixed workforces, new roles, new forms of value. But there will be moments of discomfort, moments where familiar structures dissolve. Optimus Gen 3 does not represent the end of humanity's role. It represents a shift from physical labor to something else: creativity, oversight, meaning. What that looks like is still being written. And that is why this moment matters. Not because a robot can cook or clean, but because it forces us to ask what kind of future we actually want. At Teslaris, we do not hype blindly. We analyze deeply. We look beyond headlines and into consequences. Optimus Gen 3 is one of the most important technological developments of our lifetime, not because it is perfect, but because it is inevitable. The age of humanoid robots is no longer theoretical. It is operational. If you want to stay ahead of this future instead of being surprised by it, make sure to like this video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to Teslaris. We are building a community of thinkers, not just viewers, and we are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. The future is not coming. It is already walking among us.